Welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I hope you're having a wonderful start of the week. If you do enjoy the content, please consider dropping that like and subscribe. Now, we all know the rumors of getting Gensler. Is he quitting? Is he going to get fired? Is he going to be invited to leave? If you catch my drift. And I did say in the previous videos that actually on the long term it doesn't really matter, because if the US basically botches completely the crypto space and their exercise, what's going to happen is actually pretty simple. Other regions on the globe will take leadership on the blockchain and crypto technology space, and the US will be left behind and will need to catch up. The same way that in the past the UK used to be the financial center of the world, and they botched up a series of regulation. Doesn't really matter for the purpose of this video, and the US became the leader, and then the UK followed. That's happened before in history. It will continue to happen in the future, so no big deal on that front. So what did you see? The US became more antagonic, more anti-crypto. Hong Kong became a beacon of freedom for crypto, which is obviously controlled by China. Russia also became in favor of crypto. Dubai also in favor of crypto. The UK and the European Union friendly towards crypto, but not as much as the other ones. Now, this happens all the time. If the US turns extremely bullish, extremely friendly of crypto, I'm expecting other regions to do the opposite. It's just how the game is played. Now, some of the coins targeted by the SEC are starting to perform better. Why is that? Is that a win for XRP on the background? That's why the rumors around Gary Gensler leaving. Is it somewhat linked to the Blackrock Bitcoin ETF, where basically the US will give a stamp of approval to Bitcoin and then maybe to other parts of crypto? Or is this just storytelling, wishful thinking, etc.? Now, it just came to public, by the way, that one of the Democrat candidates for presidency, Kennedy, actually owns Bitcoin. And we know that several Republicans also own crypto. I think the Kennedy candidate, he owns Bitcoin. And in the US, there are several advocates in the government for Bitcoin, blockchain, and crypto. Then you have people who are against it, like Elizabeth Warren. Now, Elizabeth Warren, you need to understand, she is what I would like to say a Soviet socialist on the closet. So she cannot say I'm a Soviet socialist, because basically that's a good way to never be elected for anything once again. So she needs to disguise it, like to play a role. So what does that mean in practice for everybody's lives? That means that she wants the government to control everything in your life. And when you have something that escapes that control, she doesn't like it. It's really that simple. That's why she's so against crypto and Bitcoin. Why? Because it's censorship resistant. There are ways to make yourself anonymous outside at the moment of government control and jurisdiction. So, guess what? A typical Soviet socialist does not like it. Now, you need to understand that we live in a world which is very different across the globe. And there's something called regulatory arbitrage. What does that mean? That means that if the US makes bad decisions on certain regulations, other countries are free to do better. And that's exactly what I think is going to happen. Now, can all the SEC FUD provoke some damage short term to the crypto markets? Now, let's say that a piece of news comes out and they toughen up on certain regulations, and this seems to be, almost affecting dramatically the crypto world. Will it have a short-term negative impact? Sure. Long-term, does it matter? Not really. The beacon for innovation, the standard of, even now, the largest volume of buyers of crypto come from Asia, no longer comes from the US. So that's my point. It will just shift to other parts of the globe. And then if that market becomes big as I think it will become in the future, the US will be forced to play catch up. The problem is when you lose these leadership positions, they're very hard to get back. Just ask the UK. It's been almost 30 years and they're still not there, still catching up. Now, but maybe certain parts of the government are becoming more friendly towards crypto. Maybe all these rumors around the SEC and Gary Gensler resigning, maybe there's some insider info that XRP won the lawsuit. Now, do I want XRP to win? Yes. What does it say for the SEC? Look, if there's a coin, to be honest, now let's be honest with each other. If there's a coin that you can link it to a security, that's actually XRP. And if they fail to do that, then it's pretty much game over for almost all the other coins. Not all of them, but for almost all of them. Now, staking programs in exchanges is very different. Why? One of the most important parts of the AUUUUUUU test is when you place your funds, I'm paraphrasing here, you give your funds to someone else, so basically you transfer your funds to a common pool with the expectation of profit solely from the work of others. So when you join a staking program of an exchange, let's say for Bitcoin, stake Bitcoin and get 5%, whatever. That is dependent on someone doing some sort of trading activity, commission paying, whatever, to actually pay you that interest. That's the only way you're going to get interest on your Bitcoin. So actually, in my opinion, personal opinion, I mean, I'm not a specialist on this, but my personal opinion, that smells like a security to me. But okay, but that's besides the point. Fortunately, you have staking coins that allow for staking where there's no middleman involved, something called trustless yield, okay? But in any case, for everyone who is extremely concerned about the SEC, now, one caveat, sorry. Coins that are being targeted by the SEC, as a principle, I don't buy them because the weight of the SEC in the short term, right now, it's still quite high. If XRP wins the case, things change. But I cannot, why would I gamble on that if there are other stuff that I can buy that I like, which doesn't have this weight, right? You see what I mean? Why would I do that to myself? I mean, you do whatever, right? Again, not financial advice. If you want to buy those projects, be my guest. Many of them, I think they are not scams. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just a matter of principle of myself. It's kind of a rule. Coins in the third cycle, coins targeted by the SEC, I avoid in the short term until the XRP court case is decided. That's me. But in any case, for the overall world of crypto going forward, does it really matter if the US becomes extremely against crypto? Actually not. It will just take time, but it will happen. Innovation will shift to another part of the world due to a phenomenon called regulatory arbitrage. And particularly when you have countries fighting, like US and China, if one is against thing, China sees it as an opportunity to take something away from the US and vice versa. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.